Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Yuki, random person offline. So yeah, looking at their team, it looks to be very powerful, very intimidating, very meta over there. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past few battles here. So what do I want to lead with? I think... It's a good question. I think we're going to go with the Ting Lu in this one, actually. And we will see how that plays out. Hopefully well, because we have been having some unlucky battles, some rough battles, the past couple of battles here, so hopefully we can turn things around in this one, get something going. So there she is, and going to go ahead and lead with the Gengar. So that's actually pretty good for us with the Ting Lu lead. So yeah, Vessel of Ruin going to cut the special attack, which is great. I think right out of the gate here, I don't think she's probably going to want to stay in on this matchup. So, you know, I think we're actually just going to go ahead and we're going to throw a layer of spikes up. That's what we're going to do. As this thing actually does stay in and go for a Shadow Ball, which is interesting. So that's going to do virtually nothing to us, as we're going to go ahead and go for the spikes, get that entry hazard set up on her, which is obviously going to be great for us. And then we are going to regain some HP here with the leftovers. So, again, I really can't see this thing doing too much to us, so I think we're just going to stay in. This time we'll switch it up and go for a Stealth Rock, as this thing's going to go for an Encore, so that's interesting. So we're not going to be able to go for one hazard, but we're going to be able to go for the spikes again, which is actually fine, because that's going to get a second layer of spikes set up, and that kind of makes me glad that I went for spikes first as opposed to Stealth Rocks. So that really works out for us kind of well, actually, as we do get HP back with the leftovers again. And so I don't really think they have hazard removal on this team. So you know what? We're just going to go ahead and stay in and go for the spikes one more time, since we can get 3 layers of it up. And yeah, we'll see how that works, as she is going to switch this turn and going to go into the Azumarill. So this thing is going to take double spikes damage, as we're going to go ahead and get the 3rd layer of spikes up. So never had 3 layers of spikes up before. That's exciting. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and I believe regain the rest of our HP this turn with the leftovers. So that's great, but unfortunately we do have to switch out here because we're still encored into Spikes, and Spikes is maxed out now. They know we're going to have to switch out, so that's definitely going to affect what they want to do to us. So how do we want to play this? What do we switch into? I think Slow King is our best switch here, so that's what we're going to do. And we'll see where that gets us. So there it is. And she's going to go for the Belly Drum, which is of course what I was afraid of. But yeah, that's bad news. Going to cut this thing's HP below half to max its attack out. And then indeed regain some HP with a Citrus Berry. So that is obviously bad news for us, with this thing's attack being maxed out. So at this point, something is essentially going to have to go down to this thing. So the only question is, what do we want to give this thing? I think we just stay in with the Slow King and take the bullet. I think that's really the best we can do. We're probably not going to take an attack from this thing. We're going to go ahead and try to fire off a Psychic anyway, as this thing goes for the Play Rough, and we can definitely not take one of those with this thing being at +6 attack. So Slow King's going to go down. That's going to knock us down to 5, which is very unfortunate, but it just kind of is what it is there. I think... How do we want to play this now is the question. We have a choice to make. So we have a couple different ways that we could potentially deal with this thing. I think Oof. I think the best way we can try to deal with this thing is to actually come in with the muck. So we're going to come in with the muck, and we should be able to take an attack from this thing, I would hope, maybe, since we are max HP and muck is more bulky on the physical side. So we'll go for a poison jab here and see what she wants to do. She's going to go ahead and terrastalize, so that's definitely bad news. Going to go ahead and Terra into a pure water type, so that's definitely bad news for us here, as I'm going to lose the poison weakness. Going to go for the Aqua Jet. It is now going to be Terra boosted, which is terrifying, and we can't take one of those, so we are in a really bad situation right now with the hands of this Azumarill. That's going to knock us down to 4, so we are in a really bad spot right now. I think we only have one chance right now, and that chance is going to be coming in with Charizard and going into a Terra Dragon, which will in fact make us resist the Aqua Jet rather than be weak to it, and then the Dragon Pulse that we can hopefully take a resisted Aqua Jet at +6, which I think we can, I hope we can, and then fire off a Dragon Pulse. So that's all we got. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, here it is. We're going to see if it works. So I'm going to Terra the Charizard into a Dragon type. There it is. And she is going to go for the Aqua Jet. It is +6 Terra boosted, but resisted. Can we take it? Yes! With 5 HP, Charizard hangs on, and we go for the Dragon Pulse in return, and it's not enough. Terra boosted, max special attack, and it's not enough to take the Azumarill out. I don't even know what to say to that. But except for just to say that sucks. So yeah, we're kind of screwed right now. What can we do? I guess Charizard. We're gonna lose Charizard right now. There's nothing we can do about that. Just gonna click Dragon Pulse. She is of course just gonna Aqua Jet us, and yeah, that's gonna take care of the Charizard. So that is gonna knock us down to 3. So we are in definitely a very bad position right now. The only positive thing about this situation is that we can go into Lucario here, and we can take this thing out with an Extreme Speed from that range for sure. And Extreme Speed obviously does out-prioritize Aqua Jet, so she could very well just switch back into the Gengar here, but that's not a chance that we can take, obviously, because we're going to lose if we don't, so we just have to click Extreme Speed here. As she does stay in, we go for the Extreme Speed, and it is going to be enough to go ahead and get rid of that Azumarill and knock her down to 5. But that thing definitely tore a huge hole in our team, to wit we probably might not be able to climb out of. So, but we're going to play it out, and we're going to see what happens. And yeah, so now she's going to go ahead and come in with the Meowscarada, going to take some spikes damage, a whole bunch of it actually, and we don't really have much as far as switches at this point. I'm also not sure exactly what this thing is going to want to do to us here, so I say we are choice banded, locked into Extreme Speed, so you know what, we're just going to stay in and go for another choice band Extreme Speed. We go for it. It is nearly enough to take this thing out, but not quite, as she goes for the Play Rough. Protean going to change this thing to a Fairy type. We actually can take one of those, knocking us into the red, but we do survive. This thing takes some Life Orb recoil, and it survives with like 1 HP in the red, which is unfortunate. But we're just going to go for the next Extreme Speed here. She does stay in, so the next Extreme Speed is going to take care of the Meowscarada, knocking her down to 4. So Lucario doing its best to claw us back into the game here in some way, shape, or form, as now she is going to go ahead and come in with the Dragonite. So, no Stealth Rock, or no, sorry, we don't have Stealth Rocks up, so scratch that. So pretty much the only thing we can do in this situation is just stay in and go for the extreme speed again to try and break this thing's multi-scale. We do get our extreme speed first. It is going to take this thing down by about a quarter, breaking its multi-scale, which is nice as this thing does go for a Dragon Dance to get +1 attack and speed. So that's obviously bad news for us. The only thing we can really do is just stay in here in extreme speed again, so that's what we're going to do, as we do get an extreme speed to knock this thing down to about a quarter, which is incredible. She does survive, though, go for the Iron Head in return, and that is going to take care of the Lucario, knocking us down to 2. So Lucario did some great work there, giving us a fighting chance in this one to try and come back. At this point, the only thing we can do is come back in with the Ting Lu, so that's what we're going to do. And we are going to get the Vessel of Ruin, cutting the special attack. The best we can do at this point is just go for a Stone Edge and hope we don't miss. So that's exactly what we're going to do here, as this thing is going to go for the Outrage. And at +1, that will take us down by about half. We go for the Stone Edge. Thankfully, we don't miss the Stone Edge. And that is going to get rid of that Dragonite, so that's another huge potential threat out of the way, knocking her down to 3, as we do get a little bit of HP back with the leftovers here. So we are down but not out. We are trying our best to get back into this one. So now she's going to go ahead and come in with the Iron Valiant. Going to take that Spikes damage. And yeah, we do not have a switch at this point, so I don't know that we can take an attack from this thing. We probably can't, but I am just going to have to stay in here and click Earthquake. That's all we can do, as this thing does go for the close combat, and unfortunately we cannot take that. The defenses are cut, but it doesn't matter. That is going to take the Ting Lu out, and that is going to knock us down to just 1 Pokemon. So we're pretty much finished here, unfortunately. Our last Pokemon is going to be the Cryogonal. So we're going to go ahead and come in with that. And it is the shiny Cryogonal, which is obviously not going to matter, but there it is. And so, yeah, I mean, we know this thing's going to outspeed us. We know we can't take a close combat. So all we can do is just click Ice Beam here, and sure enough, outspeeds. Close combat incoming. We cannot survive it. So that will one-shot the Cryogonal, and that is game. So we are going to lose that one 3-0 to Yuki. That was a pretty hard-fought match there, I'd say. We did our best to try and get back into it after kind of a initially not a bad start, but then what turned into a really rocky start to the game. But yeah, unfortunately, we just can't seem to get much of anything going with this team here. I would say we were definitely outclassed on paper in that one, but our team really is struggling here. So yeah, what can I say except for that? We did our best in trying to fight back, but could not quite make it happen in that one. But still a good match nonetheless. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.